Hello, I'm Courtney. What's up? And welcome to Book Talk. Today I'm going to be discussing A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness, and I finished this book earlier today while I was at school. It took me about 3 days to read, and I overall gave it 3.5 stars on GOODREADS. I mean, don't get me wrong, I liked this book, but it's just so sad. Like, the end, the last 20 pages, I wasn't sure if I was about to start bawling or not. I mean, I'm not an emotional person, period, but like, my heart was crying over feelings. But if you don't know what this book is about a 13-year-old boy named Connor, and his mom is sick with cancer. And ever since she got sick, Connor keeps having this nightmare every single night. But one night, he wakes up at 12:07 at midnight, and he hears something outside his window, and he's like, oh, it's the nightmare come to life. Great, I'm so screwed. But he opens his window, and outside is this monster that had, like, there's this yew tree outside his house. Okay, so the monster's the yew tree, like, come to life. And this monster comes to him every single night at exactly 12:07, because all the monster wants from Connor is the truth. Ba-ba-bum. So yeah, it's basically, this book is about Connor and the monster's adventures together, and the end is insane, and just Connor trying to figure out what even is the truth, because Connor doesn't know, but like, he does. Since he has to tell the truth, like, obviously he knows. But I think that's all I can say for non-spoilers. Overall, this was a good book. Like, I see why this book is adored, because it really does have an interesting plot. I've never really read something like this before, but I don't know, it just really didn't hit me like it should have. And plus, while reading this book, I predicted a lot of things. I might have not, like, predicted it 100%, but I was like, oh, it's probably gonna go into this direction, and then it would. I was like, oh, that's not as shocking as it should be. But I overall did really like this book, and I'm really excited for the movie. That's, like, one of the main reasons why I read this book, because I want to go see the movie, and I was just like, hey, why don't we read the book? So that's all I'm gonna say from non-spoilers. If you haven't read this book yet, I definitely would say go read it, because it is a really beautifully written story. Patrick Ness has a really interesting writing style, and I really liked that. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna say for non-spoilers, so bye, non-spoiling people! Okay, so A Monster Calls. Where do I even begin? Let me just say, oh my gosh, the first, like, shock moment for me was probably when the monster came to Connor when Connor was at the grandma's house, and they destroyed the house, like, in that alternate universe, which, by the way, that was so weird to me, where, like, the monster would all of a sudden, like, make them go somewhere else. And so they destroyed, I can't remember whose house it was, but, you know, Connor was like, destroy this and that, and then they got back to the grandma's house, and the living room was all destroyed, and I was just like, oh, Connor, he's so screwed. How? Because, you know, beforehand there would be, like, leaves or berries, which you would clean that up just fine. But when the living room got destroyed, I was like, this is the end of Connor. But, oh my gosh, what made me really mad was how the grandma and his dad were like, oh, it's okay, son, like, it's fine. We're not going to talk about this right now. And I was just like, okay, but he just destroyed a whole living room on his own, even though, like, the monster really did it. But was the monster ever really there, or could, like, only Connor see him? Because the monster would be talking to him, and Connor would reply back with people around them. And I'm just like, dude, is this, like, telepathic talking? Like, do they see the monster? I don't know. That was confusing me, especially when they were in the cafeteria with Harry, which, the bullying plot of the story, that was okay. I really wasn't interested in that. But I really did like it, though, when Lily gave him the note and was just like, I see you. And that was just, oh, that was really cute. I was like, baby OTP right there. But like, I don't know. I just want to know, could people see the monster or was it just Connor? Like, because I don't know. Because I imagined the monster being there. I don't know. I just want that explained. But yeah. I feel like Connor definitely should have been punished for that. Like, it was so weird how Connor wanted to be punished for things. I was like, what? Who would want to be punished? Like, when he beat up Harry, like, the headmistress was like, oh yeah, we're gonna talk about this, but not right now. And I was just like, but he just beat up a kid. He needs to get punished. And Connor was like, yes, I'm gonna get punished. This is great. And I was like, how is this great? But he wanted punishment. He wanted to be punished for, I don't even know why he wanted to be punished. I don't know. Connor is a confusing teenager. Like, he's 13, but it was funny. While reading this, I was like, okay, this is not how I acted as a 13-year-old. I don't know. Connor, he got some problems, but I do really feel bad for the kid because his mom is dying of cancer. That was so sad. The end. Oh my gosh, the last 20 pages were the saddest thing. The nightmare. I expected the nightmare to be like Connor seeing his mom like going to die and he like couldn't save her. But I didn't realize like she would be falling off a cliff and then this like the real monster showed up and that was kind of like death in a way. And yeah, the nightmare was insane. That was crazy. But well, and then also with the truth, like I saw them coming too. Like I saw the part where the monster's like the truth is like you can let her go. Like in this nightmare, you let her go every time. And then when Connor was just like, I just want this all to be done. Like I saw that coming because I mean, when someone is close to death and still in pain all the time, like all you want for them is to just die peacefully. You want that pain to be over with. At least that's how I feel. Like if I know someone who is sick or they're close to death, like I just want that pain to go away and just let them die peacefully because you know they're going somewhere better when they die. You don't want them to continue suffering, and that's something that Connor did not want to accept. He didn't want to tell himself that he wanted his mother's suffering to be done and to let her die. But it was sad and sweet at the end when he was like, he could finally let her go by holding her because he knew she was going somewhere better. It was all laid out very nicely. I really liked the end. But yeah, Connor, confusing kid. I don't understand him. But yeah, this book just made me super sad. I need something really happy now, like, because this is so sad. But I think those are my overall thoughts and feels. I hope you all enjoyed this book talk, and I am Courtney, and I'll see you all next time with a new video soon, so I will see you then. So peace out from me and the Marvel gang, so bye you! Hello, I'm Courtney, what's up, and welcome to Book Talk. Today I'm going to be discussing Kirby. We're not discussing my dog. Come here. Say hi. You're so confused, aren't you?